Day trip took it to 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Superficial Charm. I am your host, Seb. As always, this is just going to be my review and lyrical analysis of the album. It's my opinion, and you guys are greatly encouraged to go ahead and check out the albums in question for yourself. Today, we are going to be reviewing Jesse Rutherford's newest album, and it is called Garageband. For those of you who don't know Jesse Rutherford, he is the lead singer of The Neighborhood, and his last solo album, EP, whatever you want to call it, it was a trap album, but this one has completely diversified itself, and it's really something that I've never quite heard before. The blend between rock, pop, trap, just a bunch of different genres just mashed together so well that you can't really describe it. It's great. You guys have to listen for yourself. Also, there are jump cuts because someone, me, finally learned how to use iMovie. So I told you I would improve. Yeah. But anyway, we are going to kick it off with the first track on the album. Whoa there, Red Shirt Sebastian. It is also very important to note that this album is called Garageband because Jesse made the majority of it on Garageband, like the app for free on your phone that allows you to make little beats. Yeah, he made an entire album on it. So that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter how rich you are, how much money you have, as long as you're creative, you can get whatever done, So I really commend him. That's a really, really new thing to do. It's very outside of the box, and I don't think a lot of people would have thought of it. So good for you, Jesse. Now, the first track on the album is called Tunnel Vision, and he actually released a music video of this where he is kind of going through a bunch of different famous album covers and recreating them. So the song is called Tunnel Vision because it's almost like he's blinded to the fact that the relationship that he is in is not one that's healthy for him. He sings as himself, he sings as the person he is with, and he also sings in a third party. So kind of telling us that he's infatuated with her, and she doesn't really care. The lyrics, I own ya, are repeated a couple of times. And then the third party is just trying to tell him, look, you are not looking at this with a clear mind. You have tunnel vision, kind of. So this has a switch up for the verses, and it goes from very rock oriented to very kind of a trap beat, something that Jesse did a lot in his last album. It's also important to note that like his lyricism from this transition album, like the transition in between, it's so good. Like I really didn't expect that, but like it's improved immensely. So Tunnel Vision is the first track. It's definitely something you guys want to check out. And now we are going to move on to the second. Track 2 is titled Girls and Boys. And some are going out of their way to label this as a bisexual anthem. But when you really pay close attention to the lyrics, it seems to be about Jesse or whoever needing the companionship of a woman and liking girls, but also needing a deep and meaningful connection with his guy friends. I need my boys with me everywhere I go. So I I don't want to go out and label this as a bi anthem, but it could be. I'm sure he'll discuss this song. There is a track on the album just simply titled Bi. So for all we know, that could be exactly what he was trying to get across. But as for right now, it just seems to be a song lyrically about needing the companionship of both girls and boys. Now, the style of the song really wouldn't seem out of place on The Neighborhood's last album. It's really experimental. Can't really put my finger on what genre to call it. However, it's really good and definitely worth a check out. Make sure to leave a comment about what you guys think any of these songs on the album mean. It would mean a lot. So it is time to move on to track number 3. The next track is called Rip Off, and it is a trap song. It sounds a lot like a song that would be on Jesse's previous album. However, the lyricism is leagues above any song on that album. It's wonderful because the verses, he talks about all of these material things and things that he does that some might consider like a rock star might do. He's very vocal about the cars that he drives and the girls that he has. Sounds like a regular trap song, but in the chorus, he describes all of these things as a Band-Aid that he just wants to rip off. And I think that's wonderful. I think it really, really needs to be said that just because you're famous doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy, and that all of these things aren't really necessary for Jesse. They're just things that he does to fill a cut, if you will. So this is really good as a hype song. Like you can really like jam out to it. But also, if you want a song with meaning that you can listen to and think that's really kind of profound, this is also a song for that. As I go through this album and listen to it again, I'm more impressed by every single song, and it's definitely something I wasn't expecting, but I'm so glad that it is the way it is. So we're gonna move on to the next track. Okay, so this next track 100% surprised me. It's called Puppy Love, and it's essentially a Black Bear diss track. You guys know Black Bear, the trap R&B artist. He's a little bit famous, but he also dated Jesse Rutherford's girlfriend's sister, and apparently that didn't work out too well, because the song very much plays up the way a Black Bear song would. Beat-wise, it sounds like him. Also a little bit like Jesse and some of his flair. Obviously, the two make similar genres, and have dabbled with making beats. So the lyrics very much play out like a diss track. Take away the tattoos and the love for R&B, and you can see he's nothing quite like me. Jesse firing some shots, and I like this song. I listened to both. I know Bear has recently tried to get sober. I hope that he does and that helps his relationships. But Jesse really took some shots in this one. It's great. I like it because diss tracks you usually see that reserved more for the rap genre, but this is nice. We're gonna move on. The next song on the album is a lot more serious than the previous ones, although the beat suggests it's like an easygoing pop kind of song. It's very much not. It's called Junkie, and it tells the story of a 21-year-old girl who falls in love with someone who's addicted to heroin, and he gets her hooked while also seeing this other girl on the side, and it's a really difficult anti-drug song with a story. I enjoy it. It definitely it doesn't go in depth, honestly, because I feel like that would on an album like this, it probably wouldn't be the best thing to do, but still it gets its message across fine. It's also really good just to listen to, so you guys should check out Junkie. Moving on. The next song is called Hollywood Friends, and it is it's a song that it's another one of those that you can't really put a genre on. It's just really good and really unique to listen to, and it tells the story of meeting someone in Hollywood, finding out they are obsessed with you, and having to let them down easy and tell them that they aren't really meant to be a star. And I can't really explain this one all that well. You just need to check it out for yourself. A key lyric that I liked is, if you're pretty and your mom and dad are famous, you might make it. Obviously poking fun at all of those second generation celebrities that get a pass just because their parents were famous and not really actually because any of the talent they possess. So Hollywood Friends is a really good one. You guys should check it out. The next track we probably don't need to talk about, but I'm going to because I was really nervous. It's called the Nword. It's about 7 seconds long, and I was like, no, Jesse, no, don't say the N-word. Please don't. And then the track started, and you just hear people shout, no! And I was like, thank God. Oh man, that would have been rough. The next track is called US Aliens, and it is really good. It is, it sounds like a classic rock song, and I'm not talking 80s. We're talking back a little bit further, like British Invasion, Rise of Punk-esque. The guitar is absolutely phenomenal, and it just tells the story of trying to make it in show business, and it's really, really different because, like, it's honest and it's short, but it packs a punch. The sound alone is worth listening to this song. It's really good. Any fans of rock that predates the 80s I think they'll enjoy. It's definitely one of my favorites on the album. Coming up next, a song called My Ways. It is a trap song. It definitely reflects Jesse's last album, and I believe it's supposed to, because the message of the song is one of somebody who's just stuck in a routine, stuck wearing the same clothes, stuck doing the same thing, someone who feels trapped, you know? And it was a really smart choice to make it like his last album, even having the Day Trip Took It to 10 producer sound that was on most of the songs of his last album, opening up this track. It's really, he's so self-aware, and I feel like that ups your game a little bit when you can poke fun at yourself like that and really show intelligence. So this is a song that you might want to check out if you're a fan of trap, or just like, if you like Jesse's last album, you're going to like this song. So the next song is called Bye, and that is spelled B-I, not B-Y-E. And it's very much a song about the mental effects someone who isn't willing to commit or isn't willing to put enough effort into a relationship, whether it be a romantic one or something else. Fans of Jesse Rutherford have taken the title plus the meaning to think that this song is about a past relationship that they had with another person of the same sex. He mentions being in his girlfriend's ride and feeling trapped because someone else is playing games with him. Now, I don't know if this is the case, honestly. There's not a lot out on this song. I'm hoping Jesse will elaborate on it, but if he doesn't, I completely understand about that. I know sexuality is a very taboo topic, and it shouldn't, but it's a hot button issue, is what I'm trying to say. And if this is something that Jesse is trying to share to the world, or get more comfortable with, a coming out of sorts, but not really, because if he wanted to come out, he would say, hey guys, I'm bisexual. But if that's what it is, then I just have to give it up to Jesse Rutherford for putting it in this beautiful, heartbreaking song. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin the message by getting any of it wrong or any more of it. This is a song you guys just really need to check out for yourselves. Story of My Life is the second to last song on the album, and it is written like a party anthem. The beat, the instrumentals, they all reflect that of a party anthem, while the lyrics, on the other hand, are about regretting the choices that you're making right now in your life, such as indulging in parties. Again, it's a little bit of irony that Jesse Rutherford sprinkled in throughout the album. It really comes full circle in this track. Sick of feeling sorry all the time, partying all the time. That's how it opens. So this is a good song. Yeah, there's not really much more to say about that. The album ends with a track called Rock and Roll DJ, and honestly, This is just a track that I think Jesse wanted to experiment with GarageBand on and just go all out telling the story of his rock and roll DJ. He's just, it's a really fun song. They switch up, and it's mind-blowing that most, if not all of this was created on the app Garageband. Thank you guys so much for staying with this channel and supporting it through its transitional period. I hope you like the content that I'm producing. There's a lot more coming your way. I hope the style works for you. Obviously, we're going to add some more stuff in, but now I just finally learned how to not record in one take, which is a big step in the right direction, I think. I have been Seb. This has been Superficial Charm on GarageBand, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. All right, peace.